name is Gary McGuey, high school practice leader for The Leader in Me. We're extremely excited to be launching our very first teen leadership series entitled QuaranTEENed. In fact, believe it or not, this is episode 10, and today the discussion is around vision. Let's turn it over to our guest MC today, Abby. Take it away, Abby.
I'm your MC. I've got my note cards here and I'm ready to get this started. So, team, today our topic is vision. So there are two different types of vision that we're going to be focused on today. There's long-term vision and there's short-term vision. So if you could just kind of give me a little brief overview of like each of the terms and what you think are some benefits or some hardships of each side.
Right. For long term, when I think of long term, people may think, okay, well, where do you see yourself in about 10, 15 years? And someone might say, oh, well, I want to be rich, I want to be successful. But when you break it down, you really have to know, like, what is your definition of success, and what is your actions, and what is your plan for that long term goal? What is it? How are you going to achieve it? So that when I think of long term, it's more than just saying something broad. It's something that's specific to you and what you want to do and how, and then you have to break it down by step. Okay, well, if I want to be, let's say I want to be a CEO of this company, well, how do I get there? What are the first steps that I need to take in order to get onto that level, you know what I'm saying? Or let's say I want to be an engineer. Well, first I need to get to college and get my degree. So there's a lot of different steps, but I think for long term, it's your what and your specific what is it, and then your how to what you want to do at long term.
Yeah, yes, definitely, Dylan. I definitely agree with that, because I like how you said, like, you have to break down your long term vision into kind of smaller steps, and I think that connects back to the short term vision, Abby, what you're asking about, because it's really true that, like, everything you do today affects who you'll be tomorrow. And you have to really think about and be very purposeful and intentional with your choices, because each of them have consequences. And so when it comes to short-term vision, it really goes back to, like, setting up those smaller goals each day to accomplish something, to accomplish some task, so that you're building up to what your ultimate long-term vision is. And I think that's important to remember, because there are two sides to it, and you have to have both sides in order to ultimately achieve what you're trying to achieve. So I think long-term vision and short-term vision are equally important.
Yeah, totally. I think both of you guys, like the center focus point of short-term and long-term focuses around like how it is personally fit to you. And I think that kind of centers around like more of a personal vision. So how have like previous experiences in your life shaped the personal visions that you have for yourself now?
I feel like for me, it's definitely like the people that I've been surrounded by, especially like my parents, and like seeing them like get their degrees and pull up with like a master's and just have a dream job that they have to work for. And I feel like that kind of set up my plans for what I want, not necessarily like being a teacher or like being in education, but like how to get there, like how to have the steps to get to where I want to be.
I definitely agree. Like, for me, my past experiences, like, this is a little bit different, but in the past, we were on vacation, we were in Los Angeles, and I really wanted to try this donut place. And it happened to be on or near the UCLA campus. And so then I got to see the campus, and it was gorgeous, and I realized that I really wanted to go there. So I had to set a few short-term goals for my long-term goal of going there for my dream school.
Yeah, totally. I agree. I think that it's also just a point of like learning kind of thing. It's like, oh, this works, this doesn't work, like this gets me to where I need to go. I like to think like, what did I do today to accomplish my goal, or what did I do today to get me to where I want to be, type of thing. So with that, what advice do you have for our peers in setting goals to follow through with your vision? What are some things that you would share if your best friend walked up to you and was like, I need some help? what would you say?
Well, the first thing I would say about vision is really just being open to everything. Just have a wide perspective and being open to change to anything and adapt to what is needed. So like anything, like let's say they don't know exactly what they want to be. Well, you just tell them, hey, well, maybe you need to try this, or maybe you need to try this. You're good at this area. Maybe they say, oh, I want to be an artist. Hey, man, like you're really good at math. You're really smart. Maybe you should go try being an engineer or architect. Just try new things and just kind of follow what you love. That really, shape what they want to do.
I would say probably, like if my friend came up to me, I'd be like, okay, well, where do you see yourself, like, to be the most happiest with your life? Like when you're 30, maybe married, I don't know. But where do you see yourself to be the most happiest with yourself?
I agree with you, Hannah. I think for me, when I think about the advice that I'd give someone when it comes to like having a personal vision for their lives, is just that, like making it personal, like we talked about a second ago. So even things like having a personal mission statement that like you can center yourself around really helps you to really prioritize your goals, and it helps you to kind of live by that like mantra that you set for yourself each and every day on your way to greatness, or on your way to whatever you want to achieve for yourself. And also another great thing that you can ask yourself is, do you live by design or do you live by default? Are you just kind of a consequence of the situation around you, and you're just like kind of rolling with like the punches as they come? Or are you living a very definitive life, and are you making choices through your vision to get to that specific goal that Dylan mentioned earlier?
Yeah, I think also like with this summer that we're given right now, since majority of summer plans are canceled, I think that it's time, like Dylan said, it's time to try out things that work for you and to find, what you can. Like we're given this time, so, go for it, like use it and just have fun, enjoy, try new things. So that was really good, you guys. And now I can't wait to tell Mr. McGuey. Mr. McGuey, are you there?
I'm here, Abby. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So here's what I was hearing from your brilliance today. One, I heard about it's critical or important to have both short-term and long-term, equally important. Heard that one. This piece around the personal mission statement, giving us some focus, helping us get to where we want to get to, and utilizing this, centering ourselves around it. Also heard the discussion around, do we live by design or do we live by default? And once again, as I'm hearing you guys, I think too often we ask teens, what do you want to be when you grow up? I don't think that's a fair question. I think the question is, and I'm hearing from you guys more, who do you want to be when we grow up? And that's really, I think, what came out of your discussions today. So once again, guys, thank you so much. Have a great week, and really looking forward to discussion next week. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody.